Hey people, welcome to another fine episode of Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Collin. Bringing you all the stuff that you want to hear,
All of it.
all of it, all the time,
All of it.
all the time, anytime,
Anime all the time. All the time, all the time.
all the time. Oh man, that reminds me of the regular show. We're the one that was it? Oh, Mordecai goes to get something off Pops, but Pops start naked, and he's just like, I can't not get that image out of my head. I can't stop thinking about this. You tell, oh no, let's go and get some movies, and then he looks at all the movies, and it's all he sees is Pops start naked. So then, then Rigby notices that the clerk in the video store is like just zoned out watching pretty much their take on Powerpuff Girls or a magical anime show. I can't remember what it's called, and it's just like I watch this all the time, every time or something, and it's just zoned out. So he gets it, and then of course it's a magical videotape, and
Yes.
Mordecai
Opens a door to hell or something like that.
Mordecai gets sucked in. There's like tape, reams of tape, kind of like flies out the TV into his eyeballs. And then Rigby has to get Skip, and Skip's like, "It isn't this," and he's like, "How did you know?" Oh dear.
Well, I think the core premise of a regular show where literally every episode is a normal problem that is made worse by some black magic or demons or space-time continuum breaking shit that then Skips knows how to fix.
Oh yeah, well, Skip's a big mystical demon that he's lived forever because he's made a pact with some babies. Have you seen that one?
And is voiced by Mark Hamill.
Yeah, he's Mark Hamill in that one. Yeah, he doesn't sound like the Joker.
No.
But
Sounds like a 50 a day smoker.
yeah, he probably is. But the episode of Skips is where Mordecai and Rigby want to celebrate Skip's birthday because that's the only way they can get free cake out the at the cafeteria.
Those bastards.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we can get cake on our birthdays. Yeah, Paul tells them this, so they go up to Benson and go, Benson, it's my birthday. And Benson goes, no, it's not. And then Rigby goes, it's my birthday. It's not your birthday either. And then Pops puts out, oh, it's Skips' birthday in, like, tomorrow or something. But he doesn't celebrate it. No, he likes to be alone.
Yes.
And essentially, so they go find him, go to his hut, he's not there, and then find him in the middle of the forest doing some magical chant. And Mark was like, oh, I don't think this is a good idea, Rigby. And it's like, I want the free cake. Hey, Skips, we got free cake and you got to come to this party. Type thing. And knocks out this baby rattle at the hand, and then basically David, Starman, basically appears and takes him up to his babies.
God, that fucking show.
And the way they get out is Skip's like, because he has to work with these babies all the time his birthday, otherwise he gets turned to dust. And the way they revert him is because they have free chocolate cake. And the baby's like, is that chocolate cake? Yeah. And they grab it and then they just smear it all over themselves. And it's, oh man, you're not even eating it.
Oh dear.
Anyway, yeah.
Good shit.
That's...
Good times. Well, that's our other show. Is it's called Regular Podcast.
Regular Podcast. Oh, week.
Maybe one day. But we are here to talk about Chainsaw Man. In this instance, episode 3, titled Meowy's Whereabouts.
Meowy's Whereabouts. Oh yeah.
So we left off in the last episode after Power just did a full-on Amy Rose smash from the roof of a 10-story building to smash a sea cucumber devil to smithereens. The resulting area has now been sort of cordoned off, and Denji and Power are sort of brought up by Makima saying, it's like, so, what happened here? And Power's like, well, he told me to do it. He ordered me to do it. And he's like, no, that never happened. Shut up.
Yeah. And but it was first like, this is kind of like a crime scene now. Thanks to you guys, it's like a plus, because when they smashed it, it wasn't just like a wee small puddle of blood. It literally coated like an entire street and the buildings around it. A big wide street, like 2 lanes,
huge
4-lane street,
huge street coated in blood,
pink blood. Anyway,
it was pretty good.
And she was like, "Power, you got to kind of watch what you're doing with your powers," type thing. And then she blames Denji. It's like, yeah, he commanded me to do this. Yeah, it was him. Why you believe a filthy human?
Yeah. And she's like, well, I actually don't care which one of you that caused this, but why I'm telling you is you have to work together.
Yeah.
And don't fall for any more shit. Just do better.
Do better, yeah.
Or you're done. And being done for both of them, being a devil and a fiend, is not a good done.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And then I think it cuts off from there, basically.
Yeah.
Getting a juice.
I think it's the scene. Yeah, the scene of them like lustfully looking into vending machines, like.
Oh yeah, that was
looking at all the delicious things.
Yeah, that was Power, and
yeah,
where Denji's actually like, look, I can actually buy shit from these things now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drinking a soda. I think he's like, he realizes he does not like Power. She annoys him. And I think he's like trying to mentally find a way that he can get along with her. And to do that, what he's going to do is just kind of like sexualize her a little bit by noticing her breasts.
Oh, he notices his breasts. This is still his quest for boobs.
His boob quest is Boob Quest 2022.
Yeah,
is well underway. But I think the conversation here sort of, I'm trying to remember how it comes about. There's a cat. There's a stray cat in this sort of vending machine area that Power picks up and starts petting.
Yeah,
and they start a conversation about pets.
Oh well, she basically states that she hates everyone, hates demons, and hates people, filthy humans. Only things I like is cats. And he's like, and I don't know. I think he kind of lets slip that he wanted to touch her boobs, essentially.
Yeah,
and then go.
I feel like that's a thing.
It's like a Freudian slip.
Yeah,
I think is what happened there, and then
she's like, "Well,
yeah, Meowy."
Meowy is a cat that I had, but it was taken away from me by a devil.
A devil. Yeah.
And I'd like you, Denji, to get Meowy back, because if you do, maybe I'll let you touch my boobs.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he goes from like very uncaring to like, oh, this bastard devil!
Yeah.
How dare he?
Yeah, yeah, because he was like, I don't really care. I just want to touch your boobs.
Yep. But then, when the promise of that is on the table, he's like, yeah, absolutely, we should do that. Let's go and do that. So he has to go and sign her out, which I thought was quite funny. She's like basically lockered away in this company, where it's a case of, I see you would like to requisition the whatever, not demon, not devil,
blood
fiend power.
Yeah.
So please sign here. Have her back by 5.
Yeah. My five. Yeah. And then he goes off with
Yep.
her in the
They
train.
get on the train, yeah, and he once again he's like, I really don't like her. I don't think this is gonna work out.
Yeah, well,
And
that's me.
he's looking at her face though at the time.
Yeah, but it's mainly he was having the conversation how he had the Punchy, this
Punchita.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
like this bit because
like
of
it's
that.
hard.
Yeah, yeah.
He listen all in my heart, and she just like snaps and goes, "Shut up! That's just stupid."
Yeah,
And then he's like,
she's like, doesn't that mean he's dead though? And
"Yeah,
like the thing you're saying is stupid.
yeah."
And
So
he kind of looks at her face and is like, ugh,
I hate
this is not working out.
you. Yeah,
And then looks down at her chest and goes, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. I guess that's. Yep, you're right. I guess I'm just talking shit.
yeah,
I want to make this as like painless as possible. So yes, whatever you say.
yeah. And then Makita's in a board meeting.
Makima.
Yeah, it's in a board meeting about the two, saying, "So, what do you think of the people? Oh, one's problematic and one's interesting. I think."
Two two new pups.
Yeah.
She refers to them as.
I thought it was just the one. I thought the interesting
Is
one
it
was the
just one
pup.
new pup? Sorry.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he is new.
new pup.
Yeah.
And they said, but don't get too attached because you're preparing these hounds for battle, sort of thing.
Yeah, it seems to be indicating that there might be a devil war coming. As long as the demons
Some sort of devil war,
from like
which
the USSR or Russia.
yeah, why not?
Was it Russia or
mean,
USSR and US?
They said Russia, no, did they say Soviet?
They might just went Soviet, yeah.
Yeah, I think they might have said Soviet. I think this is something we probably haven't mentioned. Is I think that this anime takes place in the 90s.
Oh, right. Oh, it's after the Soviet collapse.
No, when did the Soviet Union collapse?
It was mid-90s?
Oh, okay. So there you go. The events of the story take place in 1997 in an alternate timeline where the Soviet Union still exists.
Alright, well, that makes more sense. Also, yeah, it also makes sense because there's demons. I mean, that's not a thing that happens in this timeline. Or did it?
Not yet. Yeah. Steins Gate can answer that.
No, that'd be more Araki, I think.
More work. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, they mentioned the Soviet Union and the war, and
Yeah.
and she's like, yeah, I won't get too attached, I promise.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah, too late for that. Anyway, so. And I think. Are they cut back into the car at that point? Or is it the scene in the front of the house where Power's like, the demon lives in this house?
Yeah, they're out in the like arse end of nowhere, walking through a field type thing. And he's like, so you said, he's like, is it really a good idea for you to be here in case the devil starts to use Meowy as leverage?
No, that's, yeah, 'cause
And
she mentioned that earlier in the train, I think. I
yeah,
can't be seen because he'll use me always leverage.
yeah, and she's like, oh, I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. And then he gets clearer and goes for her as she goes for him. And goes,
Yep.
haha, foolish human. But instincts or reflexes are good.
Yeah, she compliments him.
As he's knocked him out.
Yeah, he's too slow. She like I don't know if you've ever seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No.
The original.
No.
There's a scene where he comes from underneath the stairs, like just slowly opens a a door
Uh-huh.
while the person's standing there looking in the other direction and just hits them on the head with a hammer, and it's that same that same hit. It's amazing.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
real good. Yeah, she properly like mallets him in the head, and he is bleeding a lot. And she just kind of drags him to the house that the devil's in, apparently.
Yeah, into a dark door. It doesn't even light up. It just
No.
disappears into the darkness into the door. So when I was thinking about this, I was thinking like, oh wait, this is gonna be her grandmother or something. I just thought he was taking her home. Like, oh, I'm going to going to meet parents. That's an excuse.
No.
No, apparently
No,
not.
much worse than that, apparently.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, she gets into the house,
Hmm.
and we see a set of eyes in the dark corner, being like, "Oh, you've come back, have you? Uh, where's my fucking human?
Yeah. Why
You
want
promised me a human."
want to drink its blood? But at the same
Yep.
time, before that, there's a scene in the car. Yeah, they were on the train. It was for all that. Cause
Is that Makima and Hayakawa?
yeah, Hayakawa was driving Makima about. He's like, so I would describe him as disgusting, not interesting type thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then he like basically she explains, well, he is interesting. He kind of transformed himself into like a chainsaw. Has chainsaw
Yeah,
power because she goes and talks about devils have names. Like you got the coffee, and you would consider that as weak.
yeah.
But you have a card,
Well, yeah,
we
because
would
the
consider as
name,
strong.
the power of the devil can be can be exponential to the power, like the fear of its name type thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, she's like, coffee demon, no. Oh, sorry, coffee devil, no. Car devil, maybe,
yeah,
because you could get hit by a car.
yeah,
That could be pretty scary. And then she's like, chainsaw devil. I don't know. That sounds pretty interesting.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's kind of the end of that conversation. And then,
It doesn't really go anywhere. But I kind of like the line of thinking. Like, if he has enough, like, if he's revered enough, he'll become more and more and more and more and more powerful. So
yeah, it's a small gods thing
yeah,
from
yeah.
Terry Pratchett.
Yes.
Gods.
God, I haven't read any Terry Pratchett in a long time.
Well, I mean, there's nothing new coming out for him.
No, that's true.
That's man, shitty way to go.
Yep.
Alzheimer's.
But I have a nice collection of my favorite books.
Yeah.
So got like The Fifth Elephant, The Color of Magic, Reaper Man,
Mm-hmm.
and
Cars,
shit,
cars.
what's the last one I've got? No,
We're
that's terrible.
the by the
I'll
witches.
need to.
We're sisters.
No, I have a number of. I've got a number of other books, but I got hardback ones, very specific ones.
Pyramids.
No. Hmm.
Oh,
Where are we?
the second one from Color Magic. The one that's just kind of like the second part.
Maybe.
Can't remember what it's called though. It's got Mort.
Where are just the Mort? Did you say Mort?
Mort, yeah.
Yeah, I have Mort.
The one where
That's what it is.
he has an adopted son. Death has an adopted son.
Yes, Mort is very good.
Or is it adopted daughter?
I thought it was son, but maybe you're right.
And then he gets an apprentice who falls in love with his daughter. Yeah, he gets an apprentice because Mort is picked up
Y- yes.
and
Yes, 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 yes,
and
yes,
he
yes,
has a
yes, yes,
daughter,
yes.
and they fall in love, and then he's like a bit pissed
Oh,
off with it all, and then
you're right though. I do have the light fantastic as well.
yeah, that was it. Yeah, they were good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been years, like years since I've properly read them. The only one I've read even recently is Reaper Man, and that was like in the last 10 years.
Reaper Man's good though.
It has my favorite joke in it, which is the conversation between the trees that takes place over hundreds of years.
Oh Jesus, about
The bit where it's like, that was a bad winter we had. What winter? That one there. When? That one. That's because it's just, it goes, oh, there's a guy there. What guy? That guy there. And it's been like 200 years since that guy was there. It's so funny.
uh, yeah, he was pretty. He was a good writer. I wasn't allowed to read
Yeah, I
them.
have a lot of the audiobooks actually. I think I had like a bunch of Audible credits or something at some point and went through and just bought a bunch of them as well.
Oh, I had them on tape, and it was
Uh,
Tony Robertson that read them
yeah, I'm trying to remember who it is that read these ones.
himself.
Where are they? Uh, not just find information out about it. Jesus Christ!
Oh, you're not allowed to find information about things.
Oh, now it's playing. Fucking hell. Details. That's what I want. Yeah. Nigel Planner
Oh yeah,
was the light fantastic, and Color of Magic. Uh, was Nigel Planner as well.
well, maybe we got someone else reading them. I'm sure Tony Robertson was reading them on the
I mean,
cassettes.
there could be other ones that are. Oh no, these are all by Nigel Planner. At least the ones on Audible are.
Yeah, probably makes sense. Um, I don't know if I have those cassettes anymore. Anyway, yeah.
Where were we?
We're about to reveal the big bat demon.
Yeah, yeah, that guy. Uh, yeah, he's in the corner, like, and he's basically real pissed off because the humans did something to his hand that injured it, and he's been in hiding ever since. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and Power's like, well, as promised, here's a human, enjoy him.
Yeah,
Uh, and he just kind of like picks up Denji and is like, oh, yeah, I guess. And like just squeezes the blood out of his body. He like squeezes him like a piece of fruit to get the juice out of him.
yeah,
And then he tastes him and is like, oh god, this is terrible. Oh, it's the worst thing I've ever tasted. And like kind of tosses him aside.
yeah. I tossed him.
But his limb regrows.
Yeah, and then he bursts out the house and
Yep. Hangs out on the roof for a bit.
Yeah, and we get a wee flashback
Yep.
because the gold blood basically goes, give him a damn cat back type thing. And he's like, oh, this cat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you brought me something horrible, so no. And then he swallows the cat in the cage,
Holy shit.
and then Blood is like, huh. I can't understand why the pain that you have there about your dog.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it Power says? It's something like, yeah, it's that. It's like, remember when you said, what, is there a flashback scene
Mm-hmm.
at this part
Yeah,
where, is this the bit where Pochita is like crying in the shed?
No, I think that's that might be in the train where he was talking about part of the.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, where it's like he couldn't find him at one point and then found him and then fell asleep holding him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then but Blood had flashback of finding the cat. Power, yeah.
Power.
Has a flashback about finding the cat, and she's like on
Yep.
top of some animal, and this cat comes up and she's like, "Look at you, scrawny runt. I'm gonna have to feed you up so it's going to be tasty." And then she does that and kind of comes attached to the cat, and then she's lying on top of the
Well,
roof.
no. Can we talk about the bit like because as you say, she's sat in front of an animal that's cut in half. She's also naked the entire time. Her hair's all over the place,
Yeah.
and she like picks up the scrawny cat and says, "Wow, you smell tasty, delicious even." And then she's like, "Yeah, we'll go and fatten you up." And then we see her like squeezing from some milk from a cow's udder and putting the bowl out. And then the next scene is like the cat drinking the milk, but her sat with her back on the cow, which has been beheaded, and she's just holding the head in front of her.
Yeah. Cover the necessary
Kind of
parts.
fundamentally misunderstood the need to murder the cow to get its milk.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but because it looked
Sort
like
of like that bit in The Simpsons with Mr. Burns, where he's like, "No, I don't really." Where he goes to the steakhouse, where you get to choose the cow you want your steak from, and he goes, "I'll have a steak from that one," and it just goes and bolts it in the head, and he goes, "Oh, he didn't put up much of a fight, did he?" Okay, how about that one? No, that one neither. Actually, no, I don't really want a steak. Instead, I'll just have a glass of milk from that cow. They go after it with a bolt gun.
Yeah. So
It's the same vibe. It's the same vibe.
I think it was alive, like when you first saw it, and they squeezed it,
Oh, it was.
and then
Then it was super dead.
then it's super down when it's drinking. Um. But then, yeah. So she's doing that, and then she's lying on top of like the house that they're in with the cat, and then this bat demon appears and kind of picks up the cat and goes, "Right, this is mine. Go and get me human."
It's so sudden. The devil just kind of goes like, "Oh, there we go. There's a cat. Yep, this is mine now. So I'm gonna need you to get me a human. Thanks now."
Yeah, go and do it. Yeah, so anyway,
The Bat Devil then reaches through and picks up power.
oh, he was going to fly to the city and gobble up some kids
Oh yeah, he wants some children
to watch
to gargle.
Yeah, to watch
which I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants that to wash out the bad taste of Denji's blood.
Yeah.
And then
but first, he's gonna deal with power.
Yeah.
And he just picks her up and straight in the mouth.
Well, this is where power is essentially going, yeah, I understand your feeling now. As she looks at Denji as he picks him up and then swallows her head first, whole down her throat.
Yep.
And
fuck.
And then Denji kind of wakes up at that point and goes, "Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'm not going to get my tits.
We'll not be doing that." Yeah, those are my tits.
I want my tits. God damn it!
I swear to God, like this whole thing is just ridiculous. And then of course the Bat Devil picks him up. It's like, oh no, sorry, no, he doesn't. Sorry, the Bat Devil just disappears, and then he's like talking about this menu. When he's like, "So I'm gonna have like the kids, and then I'm gonna gargle the kids." Terrible phrase. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a virgin, and then maybe a pregnant woman for dessert. No, sorry, a beefy man for my main course.
Yeah, pregnant woman for dessert.
Pregnant woman for dessert.
Nice.
And as he's saying that, he looks down to his leg and sees that Denji is biting into his leg.
Yeah. And he's like, "Get off, what are you doing? Drink my blood," type thing.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I think is almost exactly what he says. How dare you?
And he's throw him off.
He
or did Denji like go, "Well, I want my tits, so I'm going to
just give me them back."
Yeah.
And then he pulls the chainsaw ripcord and starts the transformation, and then cuts up his leg, I think, and that's how he drops him.
Oh, I thought it was his arm, and then he shakes him off.
Oh, it's his arm, and then they both end up like falling from the sky, into a building where we cut to a woman who's just kind of like da 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 da,
Yeah.
da, 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 just close those doors, like it's blasted out of the way.
Yeah.
It's turns around and is like, oh no, no, there's a giant bat devil and a chainsaw guy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he gets up and is like, turns around and looks at her, and she's like, oh no, and he's like, what the fuck are you still doing here? Get out.
Yeah. And then have a big fight, and then they go into the street, and the guy chucks a car with a dude in it. And he's like, so you want to save humans? And he's like, not really.
He's like, don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
And the guy jumps out the car at that point.
Yep.
Oh,
And then the car hits him in the face and explodes, setting its face on fire.
Yeah, Denji essentially just stops the car because he finds out he can retract his chainsaw's arms.
Yep.
And
that's right. Yeah, he can retract them.
Because I can retract these.
And then, like, the bat has, like, what I can only describe as a facial prolapse.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
It's absolutely horrifying.
Weird retinal dysfunction.
The worst.
Out his face.
Yeah, and then but it does this. It does a really cool attack though, because it does this like supersonic blast that cuts a whole circle through like building after building after building.
Yeah.
But by this point, Denji's just had enough, quite frankly.
Oh yeah, he's just he's flung through the buildings, and he's like, all right, that's the end of him. And the bat picks up a dude and is about to eat him because he needs to regrow his arm again. And then all you see is Denji pulling the cord again. And it's, oh fuck, he's still alive? No! And then this has a panic attack, the bat. And then so Denji was like, right, that's it. I want my boobs.
Just like cuts right through his stomach.
Yeah.
And just guts everywhere. There's a very sort of Doom rip and tear until it is done vibe to this combat.
Yeah.
And it just kind of tips over, purple intestines all over the place, blood all over the place. God, there's been so much damage done as well.
Oh yeah, there's an unspeakable amount of damage. It's actually, he tells Power what his special ability is. He can transform into a chainsaw demon.
Yeah,
and she just laughs that off too. It's like, don't be ridiculous.
She does. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't know, because literally as that thing hits the ground and its blood sprays everywhere, that is the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So we do not yet know the fate of Power and Meowy.
No, we do not know the fate. There was some foreshadowing about cats, because when they were like walking around on the roof, because of Power's got horns on her head, so that'd be a bit too conspicuous.
Yeah, she can't hang about downside.
So they were walking about the rooftops, and they bumped into a few cats, and they didn't really show cats before she came on the scene.
That's a good point, actually. I never really thought about that.
Yeah,
that is interesting.
So
yeah,
and
we'll need to see.
Yeah, and then the end credits is about kind of gruesome.
They're different and cool. And the song is Hawatari to Oku Senshi by Maximum the Hormone.
Maximum the Hormone.
Maximum the Hormone.
Well, it's an apt name for this episode. I mean,
there's the hormones all over the place.
That's all this is. It's like,
yeah,
he only cares about groping Power.
Yeah. I did really enjoy the end credit music in this one. I did watch all the credits as well. It's one of my more favorite outros so far. So of the three, it's my favorite.
No, I watched the first one. I watched the second one. That was kind of interesting. it was kind of it showed Denji sleeping on the trash pile. Power is in like an apartment, being bored,
Yep.
and what's his name in our department?
Uh, Hayakawa.
Hawakara, yeah. And then they kind of all kind of meet each other. Power kind of like jumps out her window because she got bored, and Hawakara, oh, what happens then? But they kind of meet. That's kind of cool. And then this one, in the end of this one, is kind of like a blood-soaked retelling of how he came Chainsaw Man, and also maybe about power, because it kind of
Yeah.
starts with him kind of getting put into a bin, a dumpster by the Yukaza, Jesus,
Yakuza.
Yakuza,
The Yakuza zombies.
Yakuza zombies, or at least Yakuza
Well,
anyway. They didn't really show the
yeah.
zombies at that point. And then kind of foretold how he came to be and stuff.
The Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, and been saved
The
by
Chainsaw Man.
my Mamika,
Makima.
Makima. Yep, I'll not say names. I should just stop saying names.
It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Well, how do you rate this episode then, Colin?
8, because that's the start of boobs.
I think it's. I do think it's an 8. Also,
That
like
was fun.
it continues a very good trend, and there's a lot of interesting stuff about Power, and more about him as well,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's
a
certainly,
little bit more foreshadowing the future of the show, I guess too.
yeah. They got like, oh, what's the point of this demon hunting group? Oh, it's going to be an army to stop demons invading Japan.
Yep.
Yeah, there's good bits in it. It's the good interaction between Denji and Blood, and
Uh,
showing that they're kind of the same but different,
yeah,
or
there's sort of two
opposites.
sides, different sides of the same coin.
Yeah, she hates everyone for kind of like the same reason that he wants to get along with everyone.
Yeah, he wants nothing more than to be liked and to like everyone
Yeah,
because he spent so long not being liked or being seen.
yeah,
So
and
yeah,
she's
it's good. It's interesting. I think she's a great character. Um,
mm,
we'll hope for the best for the next episode.
holds.
When we
Well,
will be back to talk about episode 4.
this is actually developed by the same people who did Attack on Titan, same production house.
That sort of tracks with a lot of the fight scene animations, the sort of rotating camera movements, and the kind of swaggering movement.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm
Um,
just highlighting that maybe she is dead because
oh
see,
no,
Attack on Titan is
they just murder everyone.
there's just like like, oh, you like this guy, oh well,
Yeah,
he's dead. It's basically Game of
remember.
Thrones.
Holy shit! The season 3 of Attack on Titan is insane. It's insane.
Yeah,
It's insane.
having people die in that.
It's. I don't even want to say, but it is absurd. Like it is the whole rationale, the circumstance, the story, the scenes, everything is just insane. And you really should watch it. You really should watch it.
I might get back to it one day. It could. Is it like basically decide to just drop a nuclear bomb on the village, and everyone therefore dies in the radiation poison?
No, no, it's more valiant than that. It's interesting.
More
Just
valiant,
yeah, I don't want to say much more.
not
It's very cool.
not very clinical and cleansing by eradicating everyone with a nuclear bomb.
No. That is not how it works. No,
Oh, well.
you'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we've done it again.
Yeah.
We've gotten to another at the end of another episode of Who's That Anime, a podcast about anime, which can be found at our home,
No.
anchor.fm/Who's That
Oh,
Anime.
it can be found
I'm
there.
just going with it, Colin. It's all we have to do.
Yeah.
You can listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Pocket Cast, Overcast, all the things, Audible, Amazon Music, Stitcher, we're everywhere. If you like what we do, a review would be super awesome. 5 stars always welcome. Anything less with some constructive feedback, absolutely welcome. Again, we don't like make any money on this. There's no advertising. We're a couple of guys who like to pay for anime subscriptions and talk about anime. So again, if you do like what we do and you have already reviewed us or can't review us, it would be super cool if you wanted to tell a friend that would be interested and spread the word a little bit. We also have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Who's That Anime. We have a Discord. The link for that is in the show notes. And we have a wonderful YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. What episode will we be at now, Colin?
Oh, it'll be Perfect Blue. Dum dum
Perfect
dum.
Blue?
Yeah.
Oh. End of spooky season.
End of the spooky season, which ended like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's how it works, though. Like you say, rolling 3-week gap.
Yeah, give us the buffer.
Yep,
And then
gives us the buffer.
And then from there we'll have Beyond Chainsaw Man.
Yep.
With our
We'll be on current season.
Yeah, until we're not, and it still is.
Facts.
By episode 9. Episode 9 is when it's going to change up.
But yeah, until then, you can find all the episodes up to Perfect Blue on the YouTube channel. We also like to play games sometimes. Mm-hmm. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. You can find archives of all of the games that we played on YouTube if you go to youtube.com and search for Couchfuel or Hail Payman in the search.
Yeah.
And I think that's us.
Yeah, that's us. That should be it. Yeah, not long till Christmas though.
Getting closer, man.
Closer by a minute, and it being closer when this episode airs.
Yeah. I am about to go to Disney on Ice this weekend.
Oh.
And by that I mean by the time you're listening to this in real life, people, I will have been to see Disney on Ice. So I'll report on that the next time we talk.
What's the ice and the Disney?
I don't understand how any of it works.
Is it just like general Disney, or is it like Snow White, or even Snow White, or even Snow White?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just going to be Frozen. I'm completely lost.
Probably is Frozen, man. Could be Frozen. Which is a tale, like a inverted Snow Queen. Is it Snow Queen? That was the one where she basically captures the heart of a man and freezes his heart, and then his true love's got to come and basically saves him and melt his heart.
I do not know that
one. I remember.
Was it Hans Christian Andersen?
Maybe. I don't know. Don't ask me about people and things. I know all shows and names of shows.
I will let you know what it is once I've seen it.
All I remember is I went to that as a kid as a panto, and it scared the shit out of me. I had nightmares of it still Queen coming to get me.
That's also fair.
I mean, that was the 80s, man. That was the 80s where no one cared about kids. All shackled up.
They did not.
Black and white.
They did not. Well, that's us. We'll be back next week to talk about episode 4. Hopefully talking about the survival of power and hopefully Meowy as well. But we'll get to talk about that then.
Can I
Can I
reiterate when I said black and white, I was meant like the old TV's grayscales.
TV. No, I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah. But in case someone takes this something else, because
Yep. Monochrome televisions.
yeah, they were a thing before my
I actually
time.
had one in my room
Oh
when I
yeah,
was a kid.
I had one. My folks had like a portable Sony. It was like a wee
Oh,
like
nice.
3-inch one or something like that. It rotated too.
Oh wow. No, my folks had a color portable television. It was but it was like this. It was like the size of a DMG Game Boy. The screen was about the same size as well.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it was a Grundig.
oh yeah. No, it was that and had an aerial portable area you can use to
Oh
tune.
yeah, huge fucking aerial. Yep.
Yeah,
I used it to watch the World Cup in 2002 in school.
2002 in school.
Yep.
What do you
Speaking
mean?
of which,
What do you mean
the World
2002
Cup is coming.
in school? You weren't in school in 2002, were you?
Yeah.
What?
I was in school until 2003.
What? You're young.
Well, comparatively in this conversation, maybe, but
Jesus.
but yeah.
Us.
Speaking of the World Cup, the World Cup begins on I believe on the 20th of November.
Oh. Our work's starting to suit me already, which makes sense, I suppose.
Oh, I need to get that looked at. To be honest, first game, 4 o'clock on Sunday, the 20th of November, Qatar versus Ecuador, and I'm looking forward to it.
Do you know what else is shocking about that statement?
Was that
This is when this episode airs.
holy shit? So it is.
Yeah.
This episode will air on the night, so you can watch the game and then listen to the show.
Yeah. Or you can listen to the show and watch the game.
Well, the podcast will come out 3 hours after, so you won't be watching the game live at that point.
Yeah, we'll watch it live, but you're not listening to us live either. So it doesn't matter.
No, that's also true.
Because obviously
True.
we have recorded this prior to that.
Of course.
As
We need to get a backlog in place so that we can watch the World Cup, Colin. I need to. There's games to be watched.
Well, you got one episode ahead.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm looking at this now, and the Wednesday games. Actually, to be honest, the games are over by the time we record normally anyway, so it's no biggie.
Yeah, you're in Qatar. It's not that far ahead. It's south.
I think they're 6 hours ahead. No.
Are they? No.
3 hours ahead.
Yeah, so could there be like they're around about the Black Sea area, aren't they?
We've been through this. My geography's dog shit, so I don't know.
You just looked it up.
I looked at the thing that said what time it was.
all I know is everyone's going to protest and get arrested or shot.
I mean, maybe.
Because people are idiots. And we're telling them not to do this because it's a bad place to do it.
Well, I'm not thrilled about it being in Qatar.
No one's thrilled about it being Qatar. It was a corrupt fucking scandal.
Yeah.
It's like, let's get money out of this place.
It'll be interesting to see how it all gets handled, but anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
We will be back next week to talk about episode 4.
That's third time charm.
Yep. We'll be back next week. Do you want to see us out, Colin?
Yeah. Oh, we'll be back next week, like Steve was just saying, for episode 4.
Yep. Same anime place, same anime time.
Yeah, same hour place, same hour time. It's been your
Bye,
host,
folks.
Stephen Collin. Bye.
You got to will it out of existence. You got to do it. Bye.
Bye.